Hey guys, I'm Anderlin.
And I'm Shadow Duke.
And welcome to another tip video. Distractions and diversions, or just D&Ds, involve a lot of different minigames, and there are a whole bunch of them. But looking at them all can be pretty overwhelming, so we're going to tell you what we feel are the most beneficial D&Ds to focus on.
All D&Ds are split into 3 different types. Ones you can do every day, once a week, and once a month. For this video, we're just going to focus on the dailies, but you can check out our weekly and monthly D&D guide in the description.
Most of these D&Ds are for members only, but there are a couple that free-to-play can do, so we'll let you know for each one. And there are many different dailies you can do, but in our opinion, there are 10 that we feel are the best to do, mostly because of the XP they give, along with some other useful rewards.
Just to clarify, this is not a D&D guide, and we won't be going into any explanations on how to do the D&Ds themselves. If we did that, this video would be way too long. We'll come out with specific D&D video guides in the future though.
So for this video, we're going to tell you what the daily is and why you want to do it, what requirements you'll need for it, where and when it happens, and how long it would take you to complete it.
Some of these dailies will have friends chats that you can join to help you out. If you join these, please be sure to check out the rules so that way you don't violate any of the rules that they set for their friends chat.
If you want Hunter XP, Big Chinchompa is a members only D&D that you can do twice a day. You get good Hunter XP from the minigame itself, and you can earn points to buy Hunter XP lamps and Hunter quota tickets.
You can participate in this daily with just level 1 Hunter, but the higher level Hunter you are, the more you'll be able to do. Having access to Tree Gnome Stronghold will be very useful for this.
This daily begins every hour on the 30th minute, and it takes up to 20 minutes to do. You can join in at any point when it's active, but it's better to start it on time to get the best result.
To start this D&D, travel to the Gnome Stronghold and climb up the ladder by the Hunter Store south of the Agility course. From here, enter the yellow portal to bring you to a hole that you can enter.
You don't technically need access to the Tree Gnome Stronghold since the hole you need to go in is not actually there. But the hole spawns randomly at different Hunter areas, so going to the portal here makes it much easier to get to.
At the end of the game, you can go to Nairiki's reward shop by the ladder. The most useful rewards here are going to be the private hunting area tickets as well as the Hunter experience lamps.
The tickets give you access to private hunting areas with more condensed creatures, and because it's instance, you won't have to worry about getting crashed by other players.
If you want fishing experience, you can do the Fishing Flingers D&D. You can also redeem tokens to get the fishing outfit, which boosts the amount of fishing experience you get up to 5%.
There are no requirements to play Fish Flingers. It starts every 20 minutes, and you can actually do it as much as you want as long as you have an entry ticket.
You can get 2 entry tickets every day from any fisherman you see, and you can get more during the minigame or just from normal fishing. You can only hold a total of 15 tickets at a time though. You can see how many you have in the minigame menu on the Fishing Flingers page.
This daily takes 10 minutes to complete, and you can earn up to about 23,000 fishing XP from it. You'll generally get more XP from 10 minutes spent here than you would from 10 minutes fishing elsewhere, so it's worth doing.
You can buy rewards like pieces of the fishing outfit from any fisherman. You only get the 5% bonus with the full set, but each piece does give you 1% fishing XP boost.
To get Divination XP, you'll want to do Guthix caches. Aside from being a member, there are no requirements to do this minigame.
You can join in on Guthix caches as much as you want, but you can only get up to 200 points a day with a cap of 100 per game. So you can manage to get the max amount of points by doing just 2 games a day. But if you don't reach the cap of 100 in each game, you can re-enter to fill up your cap.
A cache opens at the start of every hour, and it takes 10 minutes to complete. Go to any divination colony, and when it's time, enter the cache. Even if you enter late, it will still end 10 minutes after the hour, so go in on time to make sure you get the most out of it.
For doing this daily, you'll get a good amount of divination experience and you'll have a chance of getting a piece of the diviner's outfit. You'll also get some temporary buffs after it's over, like a 10% chance to convert all memories at once while training divination.
The Shooting Star D&D is good for some mining experience, and there's no limit to how many times you can do it. This minigame is available to both free-to-play and members, but there are some locations that are only accessible to members.
All you need for this is the best pickaxe you can wield, and you can even bring mining urns to get more experience out of it. Stars fall across all worlds every 2 hours.
You can either use a telescope made in your house to find its location, or you can use the Star Find Friends chat. They can crash all over Gielinor. You'll get mining experience each time you mine Stardust, but you will be capped out once you get 200 Stardust.
You'll also get mining XP that's 5 times your mining level if you're the first one to mine it. You can trade the Stardust with a sprite at the end. He'll give you rewards like Cosmic Runes and Astral Runes, but the main reason you're doing it is for the mining experience.
Evil Trees is a nice way to get woodcutting XP every day if you're cutting them and not nurturing them. Both free-to-play and members can do this. You can kill these trees 2 times a day.
There are 7 different evil trees, all with their own woodcutting, farming, and fire making requirements. They all have a woodcutting level that matches what's required to chop the same type of tree. So if you can cut yew trees, then you can cut an evil yew tree.
You will need to complete the Tree Gnome Village quest if you want to ask spirit trees for their location. But you can stumble upon it just by searching any of the 25 possible locations or joining the friends chat. If you have a complete Nature Sentinel outfit, you can also use the helm to teleport you directly there.
There's no specific time when an evil tree spawns like the other dailies, but it takes a little over an hour for a new one to spawn. The evil tree will stay up for a maximum of 30 minutes if the player doesn't chop it down in time.
Aside from the woodcutting XP you get as you cut the tree, finishing this daily will give you a buff that will lessen the chance of depleting a tree as you cut it. It will also increase the amount of bird's nests you get when cutting, and all logs will be instantly teleported to your bank as long as the buff is active.
For some great dungeoneering experience, you're going to want to do sinkholes. You can get dungeoneering lamps ranging from small to large, and you can also get dungeoneering tokens. This is only for members, and Ironman cannot take part in this minigame, but there are no skill requirements for it.
Sinkholes happen every hour on the 30th minute, and you can start it by talking to Talsar outside of Daemonheim. You can join in on sinkholes twice per day, and it can take about 10 to 15 minutes to complete.
Sinkholes will spawn in random locations, but you can go to Telsar and Domenheim camp to teleport there directly. He can teleport you 5 minutes before it starts.
You'll need a group of 5 to start this, but you can go to World 134 to fill up pretty fast. At the end of the encounter, you'll get your rewards in the treasure room. The size of the lamp and amount of tokens you get depends on your performance.
Wilderness Warbands is risky, but amazing for different experience. This is another members minigame, and Ironman cannot take part in this as well. This will give you a chance to get large amounts of Slayer, farming, construction, herbalore, mining, or smithing experience.
There are no skill requirements for this, but a high combat level can be useful if you want to defend against PKers, since this takes place in the wilderness. That makes this a dangerous minigame. You risk losing your items to PKers when dying in the wilderness, and this does skull you, so be careful.
With that being said, you can actually also kill other players to steal their loot and turn it in yourself. This D&D starts every 7 hours. You can find out when the next one will start just by looking at the minigame menu. There are 3 locations in the wilderness where the warband camps can spawn: south of the Dark Warriors Fortress, south of the Red Dragon Isle, and east of the Lava Maze.
The type of XP you get depends on what supply tents are present. The tents will give you experience for 3 different skills out of farming, construction, herblore, mining, and smithing.
You'll only be able to loot 25 supplies from each camp for a total of 75 supplies a day. There is also a max of 1,000 supplies in a camp that is shared between all players. You'll gain your XP after turning in the supplies at Quercus.
The Bork D&D is something you can do to get charms for summoning. Bork is the only monster with a 100% drop rate for charms. Once he's defeated, he will always drop at least 5 blue, 7 crimson, and 3 green charms.
You'll also get at least 1,000 Slayer experience from defeating him, but the first time you fight him, you'll get 5,000 Slayer experience. Completing the Varrock Heart achievements will also double the amount of Slayer experience you get, along with double charms. Completing the Mighty Fall quest will increase the experience and drops even further.
You can fight Bork only once a day, and you'll need to complete the Hunt for Surrak mini quest before you can get to him. The difficulty and time it takes to defeat Bork will all depend on your combat level and gear. You can find Bork in the northwest section of the Chaos Tunnels, which is accessible via the wilderness. Defeating Bork will end the daily, and you'll be booted out of the cave after some time, so make sure to pick up the charms before leaving.
The Rune Goldberg machine is a daily that will give you up to 100 Viswax a day. Viswax is used to extend aura, give yourself quick teleport charges, and extend your daily challenges, so doing this every day is definitely an easy and useful thing to do.
To access the machine, you'll need to have 50 rune crafting. You'll also need to have a nice stock of runes if you're going to be doing this every day, so either be prepared to buy a bunch of runes off the GE, or make sure to do your daily rune shop runs.
If you want to see a list of the rune shop locations and an efficient way of hitting them all, check out our daily money making guide. You can do the rune gold machine just once a day, and it resets on daily reset. Assuming you have the runes already, this D&D just takes a couple of minutes to do.
The machine is located on the eastern wall in the Runecrafting Guild located on top of Wizard's Tower. If you have a Wicked Hood, you can use that to teleport you right there. There's also a Rune Goldberg site that's great for this, so we'll put a link for that in the description. Once you're satisfied with your rune combination, hit combine and you'll get your Viswax instantly.
All of the dailies we mentioned so far fall into the D&D category, but there's one more activity that's not in D&D, but it's still something you should do as a daily. If you want to get some combat experience, Slayer experience, and an incomplete Jagex, do your Soul Reaper tasks every day.
These are like Slayer tasks, but with bosses, and you can get one a day. You can get a task by right-clicking on your Reaper gem and selecting Assignment. If you don't have the gem yet, you can get one from Death in his office, accessible in Draenor.
You'll need level 60 combat to start it. At that level, you'll have access to War's Retreat, which is also accessible through Draenor. Here, you can use your Reaper portal on the left to teleport directly to the Reaper task. Then you just defeat the specified boss however many times you're told.
This is really good to keep up with every day because you'll get Reaper points for every task completed. You can use your Reaper points in Death's shop to get a variety of things like the incomplete Jagex for 300 Reaper points.
You can redeem this multiple times too, and you'll need several of them to make useful items like the Essence of Finality. Even if you're not crafting with it, the Jagex itself currently costs around 70 mil, so it's a nice way to get that money.
Alright guys, so those are the dailies that we feel are the most important to do. We're not saying you should do every single one of these every day, but pick and choose which ones you think you want to work with based on your current priorities, like what specific skills you're currently training.
If I had to pick one of these dailies that you should do every single day, I would have to say it's the Rune Gold machine, because it's very fast and easy to do, and the Viswax is so useful.
If you like PVM, you should also make sure to prioritize your Reaper tasks, since the more often you do them, the sooner you can get your hands on that Jagex.
Like we said earlier, we do plan on coming out with some D&D guides that go more in depth on how to do these dailies. If there are any specific ones you want to see come out first, let us know in the comments.
But for now, that's gonna be it. If you found this video helpful, it would be great if you gave it a like. Be sure to check us out on Twitch for some live Runescape playing and join in on our Wednesday masses.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to our patrons for support.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.